Hey guys, it's Kerry Creation. We are here for day 6 of Art Fight, and before we get into anything, I'm probably gonna have a little cry because I've come back to my computer after setting everything up and I can see chat going off, and I'm so happy to see you all here. So thank you so much, guys, for coming back. I'm okay. I'm gonna calm down a little. I'm alright. That's just my happiness tears you might be able to hear coming through. Welcome back, everyone. I have seen Emily has posted about pretzels, and you cannot offer me pretzels without following through, so I will expect to see them in the coming weeks. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I am pumped. I'm so pumped now to get into Art Fight. I was kind of tired, but my energy is skyrocketing seeing you all here. And I have a couple of characters planned for today. I hope you do, Tomahawk, I hope you do make an Art Fight account. And when you do, anyone who joins in on the streams, and if you even if people find the stream later and watch it, I'm going to ask people to start commenting on the stream with a link to their Art Fight account so that I can find you if I haven't done art for you already, so I can track you down and do some drawings, because there was a bunch of people here yesterday and I was really hopeful to get to draw stuff for everyone, and I couldn't find anyone, but there are... The last few days, they've normally gotten through about 3 drawings at a time, and I actually have 3 characters chosen for today that we're going to draw based on people who have been either in the chats or who have followed me on Art Fight this year. So, that is the wrong button. Back across to Art Fight over here. So, I'm going to be today drawing from Choice, who apparently found me from YouTube, and they've got 3 characters, but I've chosen to do this bunny character because I think that'll be fun to make into a nice pin for them, even if it's I feel like the pin's gonna look a little simple, but I think we can make it special. I have chosen to do from Kilanio, who also followed me recently. I'm going to do Yumi, or Yumi, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I'm going to do this character in their mermaid form for them today. And from Fallen Star, who I think is in the chat at the moment, I have decided, if you're okay with it, I think I want to do a pin of Alowan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right either. We all come here just to watch me mispronounce names, I'm sure. But those are the 3 characters that I'm aiming to get done today. So, we're going to start with Alowan, I think, because I'm really excited, because it's such a very, what's the word, a very something about the colors. I like the color scheme. I like that the colors are all kind of in the same family. I think it's going to be really fun, and I'm excited to do a ghost character, and that's what I was really excited about when I chose these 3 characters. Is I've got a ghost, I've got a mermaid, and I've got a bunny, and that's just a nice variety, I think. So we'll jump back to the workspace and jump straight into it, I think. I hope you are all doing well today, all of my lovely people in chat. You have absolutely made my day getting to... Because normally what I'll do is I'll set up my stream and I'll walk away for a moment to go get a couple of things set up, I'll get a drink ready, I'll make sure all my programs are open. At the moment I go through Art Fight and I make sure I've gotten rid of all my notifications and gone through it all. And then I'll come back and proper sit down and have a look and start the stream. But yeah, so today coming back to see people in chat engaging, it really just, it has literally just made my day. I mean, do you call... Is a ghost a creature? They were people too. Ghosts are people too, I think. I think ghosts count as people. And realistically, like mermaid, the mermaid character does have a human form, so I think that counts as people too. And if we want to be really contrarian, like why can't rabbits be people too? I guess. So I don't know. Maybe we're doing just all creatures. Maybe we are doing a couple of people and a couple of creatures. I guess it's kind of open to interpretation in that regard. Like, some people might see a ghost as a creature, some might still see them kind of as people. I feel like ghosts are people too. Now, Fallen Star, I will need to know because in the reference, it's just their skirt that kind of like fades out. Should they have feet in the pin, or is that like a proper design choice? Because I'm so happy to just do a billowy skirt pin and like get rid of the feet completely. You let me know what you would prefer. I know right up at the top of chat as well, I saw that Piker was here somewhere. So, Piker, mandatory question. Have you uploaded a character for me yet? I'm such a bully. I feel like I'm such a bully telling you that you have to do this thing for me. You don't have to, but I hope you do. I don't know. Something has happened to my layout, but I'll fix it later, I think. I guess when it comes to whether or not we draw her legs, we will decide when we get down to that point. Yeah, so... Oh, hello, Injustice. Welcome to the stream. And yes, Tomahawk, if you open up the Artfight website, there should be up the top on basically any screen that you go to, it should say submit, and you can submit a new character through that. I feel like I'm making the hair a little too big at the moment. I love the reference picture so much for this character that I want to get it right so badly, and I think I'm putting a little too much pressure on myself. So let's loosen up a little. I don't know if this is supposed to be a happy character or not, so if it's not, let me know and I can change that smile, but also cute little smile. Which do I think is more ethereal, the moon or the ocean? Definitely. Oh, I think the moon. For sure, the moon for me. I'm curious what everyone else thinks, but for me, like, the ocean doesn't do anything without the moon. The moon is like powerful and mystical, and in a lot of cultures, it's really mythical as well. Like, I feel like moon for me. I had to stop talking for a moment there as I had food delivered to me. Nearly forgot a shirt, and I'm not sure if that's YouTube appropriate, so definitely putting that on. I think we will leave the feet. And I had... So one of the things I've been doing with the pins is I've been doing them all gold. And I feel like this is the one that I really can make an exception for, and I think this one really needs to be a silver pin because I think it'll look really, really good with the color scheme for it. I think it'll make it have that like ethereal ghostliness to it if it's a silver pin. Let's jump across. Oh, I've just... Sorry, hold on. Wait. I've been missing chat, so... Injustice agrees moon with ethereal. Ocean... I agree, ocean is more like kind of mystery. Mystery and like horror, and... I definitely think the ocean is more exploration as well. And then... Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Tomahawk, for sending the link. I will add that in a moment. Trans people, of course, like, everyone is welcome here. I want everyone to feel safe and comfortable. If my biggest hope is to build, like, a little community where everyone can feel safe and comfortable being themselves and everything like that. I am probably gonna... I don't... My biggest thing is that I don't think anyone should feel the need to label themselves in my community. Like, if I build a community, I don't want anyone to feel like they should have to label themselves to fit in. I feel like everyone should fit in regardless of any label they put on themselves and just be comfortable. I just want everyone here and everyone in my life, really. I want to have them be comfortable with who they are and feel safe being who they are without feeling that a label is specific. But to answer that question, yes, I really want this to be a safe space for everyone. And I don't like talk... Like, I feel like that's, like, verge of talking, like, politics and stuff, which I don't normally like to talk about because I don't want anyone to feel singled out or unsafe. So I'm sorry if I sound a little uncomfortable just because, like, I don't like actively talking about it. In general. So yeah, let's grab colors. We're going to jump back across and grab the colors that we're going to use from Elowen. I hope that we can create a safe space for everyone, hopefully all together, I guess, is what I really want to say about it. There are so many great colors in this palette, but I think I'm gonna stick to just a couple of them. So I've picked out these ones that I think will go well. And now let's make it a silver pin. I can already tell that's really going to help with like the etherealness of a ghost character. I feel like the big thing that this pin's gonna miss out on from being in my style is that there's so much like great shading, and all of the color shifts really, I think, add to the character. So hopefully we can still have some semblance of those great qualities without doing too many colors. Like, I hope we can simplify it in a way that still captures it. Thank you. Welcome back, Piker. Thank you so much for stopping in Injustice. We love having you here, even if you have to leave a little earlier for work. So that means Piker wasn't here when I bullied them earlier. Piker, any characters? By the end of this week of streaming, I'm sure Piker is going to be so frustrated with how much I've asked for characters to be uploaded. But I do keep asking. I'm very sorry if it's annoying. You don't have to if you don't want to. I really want to be able to draw for as many people as possible this year. Hello, Blaze Crafts. Welcome back. Hopefully I'm not going too overboard with the tattoos. I like them. They're very fun to draw. Actually, you know what? It's funny that we're doing this character. I decided last night while I was looking through that I wanted to do this character. And then it was probably like an hour after I'd made that decision I was looking on one of the streaming services. There. Wow. I was looking on one of the streaming services I have, and I know that there's like a UK version of the TV show Ghosts. I know there's a US version of it. I've watched some of the US version. And then I found out last night that there's now an Australian version of it. And I'm so scared to go and have a look at it. But I think I'm going to have to. So I think it's funny that I was thinking of drawing a ghost and then immediately found out an Australian version of Ghosts has happened. Let's have a look how this is gonna look with shine. That's where we want that. I think what we need for this to really work for me is just a little extra in a couple of spots. Alright, what do we think? Sticking with the first and possibly only silver pin? Or should I make it gold? I just feel like the gold wouldn't be as cohesive. I don't think it would look the way that I would want it to look. I feel like the gold takes it out too much. So yeah, I think definitely silver for this one. I I had to stop for a second to look up, and I'm actually having to scroll back up through chat to make sure that I haven't missed any messages, which is, again, just an amazing feeling. Thank you all again so much for being here. Piker, I know you have a couple of humanoid characters, because I know I've drawn a character, I think 2 characters for you before that are humanoid. They don't have to be human, just humanoid. So, I know you gotta have something for me. Even if they're game OCs or anything, that's fine. I will find something. Find me something. I know I believe in you. I believe in you. So, for Emily, if you want to be part of Artfight, artfight.net is the website for it, and you can just sign up to make an account and then just upload characters. whether you draw or not, you can do what's it called? You can do drawings for people if you want to, or you can just try and receive some as well. I know I've seen people who do that. And really, like, I personally think Art Fight is for everyone. I think everyone should get to do it, regardless of skill level, because I think it's just a good time. Oh, I realize I've made a mistake. Let's go back a little bit. There we go. That was my mistake. But it's fine, I fixed it. Shh. Happy little accidents, right? Definitely have to go and fix up around the hair. There we go. Good luck, Blaze. Alright, now let's see. Where? Let's open up our background. This is for team comedy. Separate it from the background. This will be a really nice contrast between the blue and the orange, I hope. There we go. And that's our first pin done for today. I really hope you like it, Fallen. Hopefully it's okay, you don't mind me shortening your name. Fallen, I can do the whole thing. And there we go. Good luck, Emily, with asking your aunt. Hopefully that goes well. And if you can join is great. And if not, we still love having you here to join in with us this way. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick break in between characters to have a bite of food and a sip of drink. So make sure you guys are staying hydrated and taking care of yourselves as well. And I'll get over to the next character in just a second. We just get to stare at this one for a moment. Had a little bit of drink go down the wrong way, but that's okay. Hello, Blaze. Welcome back. Hello, Mika. Welcome back. We are going to jump over to Art Fight. So this is the next character that we're going to do today. So, Yuumi. I'm going to put that space in there because I feel like that's the way to go. And we will get started. I think we're going to do the mermaid form for this character. I got to do was it yesterday? Days are blending together because I've been streaming all week, but was it yesterday or the day before that I got to do a mermaid character, and that was really fun. So I figured let's do this one. We'll jump back over to our workspace, open up a new canvas. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, hold on. There we go. There we go. If you decide to join Art Fight, Mika, please let me know. If you post a comment on any of the streams, really, I'll be able to find your Art Fight. If you link it to me, it would make it so much easier. Because I tried to find a bunch of people from yesterday and I was struggling. So I feel like there's a lot of people who are jumping in who aren't part of Art Fight yet. I highly recommend it. Because it is just a good time. I'm not really sure. Maybe a siren, not a mermaid. I'm not really sure. It doesn't say on their character page at all, so if I am misrepresenting their race, hopefully the owner will be okay with that. Hopefully they won't be too mad at me for it. One of the things I think I'm going to do, aside from moving them up a little more so I've got more room for their tail, is I think I'm going to do a second sketch layer just to figure out where I want their tail to be, just to pre-plan that out. Congratulations on the new attacks, Blaze. Tomahawk, if you want to stream, I feel like the best thing you can do if you want to stream is just do it and don't overthink it too much. Like, I overthink it even now. I overthought it a lot. But, like, it should be fun. I think streaming should just be fun. that's going to help me figure out where everything goes. And yes, Blaze, I'm trying to draw people's characters pretty much all in this art style this year. I think it's going to make it a little easier for myself. So I've been having a lot of fun doing it. So hopefully people are liking them. I feel like I'm getting some positive feedback on them, so it feels good. Let's start by getting some hair in. Now, the fringe we've got to do first. Thank you so much, everyone, for the compliments. I feel like I've been really lucky this year. I feel like every morning at the moment I'm lucky to wake up to a couple of, like, to at least one art fight attack. This morning I actually woke up to 2, which made me really happy. And it's a really nice feeling. So that's why I want to make sure that I'm doing as many attacks as I can this year, because I want to make other people happy when they log in and they see that they've got something. So hopefully people are enjoying these. I think this might be one of the characters where I have to give them their eye color and not just the pin color, because she's got these beautiful big pink eyes and I think that could be nice. I feel like I let myself get a little too in the zone and then realized that I should be talking to you guys a little more. So sorry about that. I think it was at the end of my stream yesterday I mentioned it, but one of the big goals I had kind of when I started doing YouTube especially, but more so when I started like streaming on YouTube, I had this goal. I really had this like desire that I could measure my first step of kind of success to me feels like when I had enough people in chat that they can talk to each other and like interact, and it doesn't matter as much if I'm not constantly like checking and like knowing what's going on. So I want to say again, like, it has been a real pleasure like streaming this week and having people join in, and like today and yesterday having people in chat who are like talking to each other and interacting with each other, and it's really just brings me a lot of joy to look up and see that happening. So I just wanted to thank you guys all again for being here, because it really does mean a lot to me. I know especially there's a couple of people who jump into the streams who have been like part of my channel for a while now, and I feel bad sometimes because it was a really hard year last year, so I didn't get to upload a lot, and even now I don't always have the energy and the desire to like edit videos. And even last year, like, I think last year I drew probably the least amount of art that I've ever done in my life up until this point. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys when you, like, people who have been here for a while and people who just have started to come in, and even people who just stop by to like be here even for a few moments. I really appreciate all of you, and I want you all to feel appreciated. Like, it's lovely of you to say, Piker, that it's a Carrie, oh my god, Carrie fan club. I just tongue twisted myself. But honestly, I feel like I am fangirling over all of you for being here. You heard it here first, everyone. Piker says don't ever feel. Feelings? No, we don't do that here. Of course we do that here. I am nothing but feelings. We will jump over and grab some characters. Colors. Oh my god, some colors for this character. My brain's shutting off so much lately. I am really enjoying getting to do all this streaming, but like, it's like my brain is telling me that it's a lot of streaming. I feel like probably next week, I think for the second week of Art Fight, I might try to only do a couple of days rather than every day. I don't think my brain will let me keep doing every day as much as I want to. I feel like it might be a good idea to give myself like a rest day. Tomorrow will be day 7, so we'll definitely be doing day 7, and then maybe taking a break on day 8, and then figuring out what days of the week work best for the most people, because I want you guys to be included in the streams as much as possible. But I also know that as much as I would want to push myself ridiculously hard, I know that everyone should take it easy on themselves sometimes. So hopefully I can find a day where the most people possible are able to take part. That would be my goal, I think. Once again, I'm just gonna steal a bunch of colors from this character and hope that it is enough of them to get me through without necessarily being all of them. I feel like we've got a lot to work with. And I feel like the big thing that's going to make this character pop is a couple of gradients. So let's jump back over. I am going to find my pen and make a little note. Emily is not Emily, Emily is Kyle. I will do my best not to slip up. My brain is mashed potatoes most of the time, so feel free to just remind me if I do get it wrong. But I've got a note written in my book that I keep on my desk because I want everyone to be referred how they want to. That's why I panic so much when I get names wrong. That, like, I see a name and I go, I could say that. I can't say it half the time, but I try. I really do. I'm so glad you're all here and happy for me to make mistakes, because it's gonna happen a lot. I think having a bunch of colors going into this is really what makes it look like the character. And I think once we put all the hair colors on, it will really start to look like her. My biggest reason for not adding things to the background at the moment is because I'm doing the pinboard designs on all the backgrounds, and I'm really hoping that at the end of Art Fight I can maybe make like a display where it shows all of them printed together to display it somewhere. Maybe I've got behind my desk this like a corkboard sort of thing, so I might get all of the pins printed out as a big art piece and display them together, and I want them to all look really uniform and lovely, which is why I haven't been adding extra things to any of the backgrounds, why I'm keeping all the backgrounds very similar. I think it'll just be a nice way to motivate me on hard days and show that, like, I can push through and I can still get things done. Like I said, the last year was hard, not just, like, because I had the infant, but, and, like, being a mum for the first time is a lot. But at the same time, I don't, I, I don't know how much I've spoken about it, but I do have a couple of like health issues that have come up over the last couple of years, and like especially now being a mum sometimes does make it a little bit harder. It's weird, a lot of my health issues actually got easier to deal with while I was pregnant, and then have become harder again now that I'm not. So it's like almost like relearning how to live with that. Is just it's been a lot actually, so I'm really happy to be getting back into it. And I think having the pinboard to remind myself that, like, even when it's hard, I can still put my mind to something and do it, I think will be really good. time for my favourite part, and that's putting the shine on. I really do think the shine just brings everything together right at the end. I think I've started with kind of like a slightly wrong color. I think we need to make it a little bit lighter. There we go. I think that's better. Oh, I forgot the eyes. Okay, let's go around the eyes. Head, rest of the body. Much better. That gives it a much nicer, like, pastel feeling, I think. Let's check those edges. Alright, Yumi is a team mystery player. So red background onto the pin. Do we let it be over the T a little bit? I think we should for this one. Now, the same way that I love putting on the shine, I think the thing that brings everything together here is putting on the shadow. That just really is what makes it look like a pin, is that shadow in the background. So let's save this one. And with this attack, I can say in 2022 I did the most attacks I've ever done. It was 26. This is the 26th attack of 2026. So, when we jump over to Art Fight and we do this character, so this is Chloe from Troyes, or Troyes, I can't pronounce anything. I will officially beat my record from 2022. So I just read about this. So this is a bunny robot. So I'm definitely going to try and put in some more like robotic, I think they're meant to be like robotic joints and stuff, so I'm hoping that's going to be correct, and I will try and make them look a little bit robotic, I think. So let's have a look. We'll open up a new canvas. I will take a moment to just have another bite of food and another drink. Always hydrate, and I will start in just a moment. Alright. Now this is great because I feel like this is going to be my last character that I draw today. And I feel like it's going to be a fun little challenge to myself. So, because I've got to do a rabbit person, but also robotic. The one bright side here is I think the pose that I'm doing will very much lend itself to a robotic character. Had to leave a little extra space at the top for some ears, but I'm not sure if that's going to... it might be enough. We'll find out. We're at not quite an hour and a half yet, hour and 21 minutes. Which is fine because I fit my streaming into my infant's nap schedule, and she is pretty reliable with having like a 2-hour-long nap at the moment, which is better than what a lot of people normally can ask for. I'm very, very lucky that she sleeps as well as she does. Do I want to do... I think I want to do it like that. I think maybe we do the joints like this. I wonder if they'd mind me taking some creative freedom. We'll see how we go. I hope they don't mind me taking some creative freedom with the joints. I think that makes it look robotic the way that I want it to. And And if I do it with the arms, I think will look really good. Weird, I started with the legs. Normally I start up in the head, so let's add those ears on, huh? They have very much like this shaped ear, so I want to keep that, I think. But on this one, it's folded over, so we'll take away half of it. And I'm going to do this kind of like straighter edge because I think that might be a design choice for this character because they're a robot, so they're a little less organic. I think I might like that. I like this. I think this is cute. I think this is really cute. I think, do I want to have the circle? I think I want to have the circle drawn. Like that. Yeah. Think because it's a color pencil drawing, I'm not sure if I should try to grab the colors. Let's go back over and have a look. I'm not sure if I should try to grab the colors directly from the drawing, or if I should just try and color match to the best of my ability. Because when people, I know a lot of times people draw, especially with me, if I color with colored pencil, it's really not the same as what I necessarily want the colors to come out as. So I think I'm I think I'm going to try my best to like eyeball it and color match. So let's have a look, because I think what we might want is yep, that's a better color, I think. That one. And then so it's not a lot of colors I have chosen out, but picked out. I don't actually know if that was correct English or not. Wow. But I think those colors will look really nice. Especially if we can pick the right like gold tone to go with it. I am so sorry. I don't think I can help you with the heat. It is the beginning or middle of winter here in Australia, so heat is not like, I'm running the heater at the moment to not be cold. I realized I didn't pick out a color for the ears. That is not what I want necessarily. More like this, I think. Maybe a little bit more, like, very slight change, but definitely worth it, I think. This design to pop, so I'm just going to add the most minor little color shift under everywhere that I want to have look like a joint. just minor like that. Alright, now let's get this pin color right, because I don't think it is yet. I forgot about those eyes again. I can't say much for the heat in America. I've never experienced it myself. What I do know is that heat is one of those things where I feel like everyone's a little bit different affected. So regardless of like what the temperature even says, some people are just going to handle it worse than others. The thing that I always think about is here in Australia, the hottest our summer gets is normal, and this is going to be really hard to properly explain because American temperatures are so different to Australian temperatures. But what am I doing? What am I saying? I can also Google it. Hold on. So if we go Celsius to Fahrenheit. So one of the hottest we get during summer, I think the hottest day that I had during summer this year was in Australia about like 44 degrees Celsius, which is about 111 Fahrenheit. And then I had a friend who on the exact same day in a different part of Australia was at about almost 50 degrees Celsius with a Fahrenheit of which Fahrenheit is like 122, and she was fine. She was so fine because she's so used to that because that's where she lives, whereas I was dying at 44 degrees. Like, I cannot handle the heat at all, and I feel like that's where, like, temperature is one thing, but what you can and can't cope with is really just a matter of personal experience. So, yeah. Hot cities are not for me. But hopefully, I guess because it is summer in America at the moment, reminders to have drinks of water are even more important. So don't forget to drink water, everyone. We started talking about the heat and therefore the need for hydration, and pica reappears. What? Oh, I know what I did wrong there. I'm glad you're all here to watch me make mistakes. Let's try that again. Alright, so this character as well is for Team Comedy. So let's open up, get that orange background going, and put them place. Right there, I think. This will be the last character for today. I will go over the ones we've done, and I'm really happy with how today turned out. It was a bit different than the other streams, because in the other streams I feel like I was doing the random characters, but today I had 3 picked out ready for you guys. I'm not sure if you guys like the random character choices more, or if you liked this more. I have a lot of fun doing the random characters, but also, like, I feel like it's a bit boring for you guys when I'm sitting there going, well, I can't do this one, and I can't do this one, and this one, and I feel like that today, this streamlined it a little bit more, but I want to know what you guys think. And I want to know if it's hard, because I don't, like, obviously everyone's from different parts of the world. I was thinking when I start doing the weekly stream after this first week, maybe I would do it on mine, so the Australian, either the Australian Sunday or the Australian Monday, which would line up with American Saturday night or American Sunday night. So if you guys do have preferences for days that are good, that you think are a good streaming day, I would love to know. Because I do like having you guys here. It is very important to me. I want you guys to feel like you're able to make it 2 streams without having to, like, rearrange your lives too much. But obviously I can't change to fit everyone. I can't make it perfect for everyone. So I just want to get some general feedback and know what is good for people, so that I can take that into some consideration moving forward. Because once Art Fight is over, I really do want to, at the very least, start streaming again on a more regular schedule. And I feel like if I had a specific day that I did it, it might make it a little bit easier for myself to maintain. But there's, I guess some of it's going to be a little trial and error and trying to make it all work out. We'll see how it all goes. I feel like at some point I bumped this and moved this off center. Yeah, I'll have to fix this up at some point, but that'll do for now. I will definitely be streaming again tomorrow. I feel like we've made it to day 6. There's no way I can't at least do day 7, and then I can say that I've done the first week. But yeah, so definitely going to be streaming again tomorrow, and then I guess we will figure it out from there. In the meantime, we did get 3 pins done today. We got our first and probably only silver pin done, because it just didn't work as a gold pin. We got our beautiful mermaid, and I actually really love how the pastel looks with the gold. Like, I feel like this one could have looked really good with silver as well, but I feel like the gold also just makes it look really nice and pastel. And then we had our little Creative Freedom Buddy Robot project, so hopefully I will get around to uploading those. Hopefully everyone who I have drawn for today will like what I've drawn for them. Hopefully everyone I've drawn for so far has enjoyed what I've drawn. If you have an Art Fight account and I haven't drawn for you yet, please leave a comment linking me to it on this or any other of the Art Fight videos, and I will definitely be drawing as many people as I can. But I will see you guys next time. Next time will be tomorrow for sure, and then we'll figure it out moving forward from there. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you guys later. Bye!